I'm Jamie with The Saving Secret, where I help you become more intentional with your money. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. So today I want to talk about an article that caught my attention on my Google News feed. So I was looking through the news, I came across this article from CNN, and before you judge me on the whole CNN piece, again, it was a great article, and I think you should check it out. But anyways, the news article said that $14 trillion is what the U.S. household debt has reached. And when I first saw that number, $14 trillion, I was thinking, are they talking about the U.S. economy and kind of what the federal government owes? And the answer is no. That number is $22 billion. So the government is still way more in debt than the U.S. population, but this isn't something that the U.S. population should really want to win. But when I was reading the article, something that really caught my attention was that they said it was the highest it had been since the recession in 2008, pre-recession in 2008. And so I was thinking about that. How is the debt higher than it was at the pre-recession? And why is it that pre-recession and right now is the debt highest? And so that got me thinking about it, and it really could only mean essentially one thing, is that yes, people have debt before the recession kind of paid it off, or they filed bankruptcy, but it means that the ease of access to debt has increased. As the economy strengthens, the ease to get debt increases. And so that's why I feel like even at these times of prosperity, that's where it can get people into debt. And so that just really kind of intrigued me. So then I thought about it, and $14 trillion was kind of a number that's kind of doesn't really mean anything to me. So I did some research and I found the latest data that I could find, and it said that there's about 330 million people in the United States. Man, woman, and child, there's 330 million people. So, but then before I punched in the math to figure out how much each person had, that I wondered what percentage of people don't carry any debt at all. And so the information that I came across is that 20% of Americans don't carry debt. So then that got me thinking, okay, so I'm going to take this $14 trillion number and divide it by 80% of the population that does carry debt. And so, and of course, I'm one of those people. I have a mortgage payment that I'm actively working on, so I am definitely part of that group. And as I looked at the number, it came out to about $53,000 a person. If you take that number, multiply it by 4, average household in America, you're looking at a little over $212,000 in debt. And not all debt is treated equally. I'm aware of that. You know, a portion of that is household and it's a mortgage. And I do believe that having a mortgage can help you build wealth and gain that. But I do think that it's important to get rid of it. I do have a video if you're curious about why I believe you should pay off the house. You're welcome to go check that video out. But even without that, if you continue to read in the article, it said that credit card debt had increased steadily since 2016, especially amongst young people, which that last part is pretty obvious. Again, that young people, they don't have a lot of debt, and then they start to incur it when they're young. But in general, that it starts to creep up, that credit card debt. And the reason I want to share this video is you may be in a great position where you don't have any credit card debt. You don't have any debt except for your home, or maybe you have your home paid off. But there are people that you work with. There's people that are in your extended family. that are not as lucky as you are, that might not have an understanding and might not even realize that they've increased their debt since 2008. And I think it's important as a steward, as someone who's taking control of their finances, to share and to let people know that they do not have to carry debt with them forever. And during this time where unemployment is low and you have a job that you're working towards and you're contributing to retirement savings and you're doing these wonderful things, it's also the time to get debt out of your life. I think about that 80% or that 20% of people who don't carry debt. And I'm not sure if that number will really ever change. Obviously, there's going to be people who become debt-free and will never enter that again. But will the total population, will it ever exceed 20%? And I don't know the answer to that. But as I have said in other videos, being average is not where I want to be, and where I hope you don't want to be. It's a measuring stick that you're welcome to look at, but strive to be a little better, to be great, and work on personal goals that you have. So again, I would encourage you to share this video or to help people take control of their finances like you are working on taking control of yours. And just be aware that just because the economy is doing well and just because the market's seeing all-time returns from the investing world doesn't mean that debt isn't also increasing. So I would encourage you to take charge of it. If you have debt, work on eliminating it. And then you can continue to work on the investing and to grow your financial future. So those are just a few thoughts that I had from taking a peek at that article. You're welcome to look at the article yourself, and it'll be in the show notes below. You're welcome to take a peek at it and look at it. I thought it was interesting. So if you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to put them in the show notes below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.